Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Taurus is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Taurus, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here we have an 8 of Swords. Okay, I feel like we are stuck in our heads about something. Yeah. Well, let's put it into some context. Oh, okay. Well, that's not going to last very long. I think we're getting some clarity here on something. Yeah, a lot of organization. Oh, leading to love. Very nice. Interesting. I think this is something that we're looking for clarity on how to move forward with something, and once we do, oh, it's going to be blissful. It's going to be nice. Once we get this clarity and we understand how to move forward, it's going to be really, really good. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is just one card at random. And I guess these can be the ones. I guess we have 3 mystery cards today, at least 3. We'll put Mr. Ed on top. He can sort those out while we are doing the rest of these. And hopefully at the end, those cards will tie everything together and give us the confirmations that we need at the end of the reading. Okay, anyway, we got enough to deal with right here. Okay, we've got Major Arcana. Where is it? Just the Lover's card. So I think that this is really, it's time for us to commit to something, right? I think we're having a difficult time deciding on the way forward. We're kind of stuck in our heads about something. But once we get the clarity, then we can have a plan and we can move forward with love and union. Now, this isn't necessarily a romantic union. This is a marriage, but it doesn't have to be literal marriage, right? It doesn't have to be romantic or anything. This is about our choice to commit to something. A person, a place, a thing, an activity, a life path, a career, a course of study, a spiritual path, whatever it is. Okay? It's going to be different for all of you. There'll be some overlap here and there, sure, but it's time for us to commit to something. Okay? I think that this is kind of an urgent thing. And I'll tell you why I kind of feel this urgency here. Because we are currently locked up in our mind, right? We're currently kind of having a difficulty deciding how to move forward. We're kind of stuck in our head about it. But once we get that clarity, we get our plan, we got to hurry up and act, because we could get right back in our head again, right? We have to, once we get this decision kind of thing made, once we get the clarity, we've got to act upon it before our mind figures out what we've done and we get stuck in the air energy again, okay? So I think that we have, obviously, this 8 of Swords to start us off, and this is a lot of analysis. This is us weighing the options back and forth again and again. We're going back and forth so many times, we're weaving a web around us that we can't get through. We can't move forward. The more we think about it over here, then that leads us over here again. Before we know it, we're all tangled up, right? And when you're this tangled, it kind of feels like you got to just throw the Christmas lights out, Rusty. There's no way we're going to untangle these. Yeah. That's what I would do. I'd probably throw them away. Go get new ones. But don't do that yet. Don't throw it away yet. Because on this kind of confusion, on this overanalysis, this is a prison of our own making. It's our own thoughts, right? We're stuck in our head about it. The clarity is coming, right? So prepare yourself, because like I said, once this clarity comes, once this moment of enlightenment, this anti-confusion arrives, when everything is finally clear for that one brief moment, let's act before things get cloudy again. Okay? You're having one kind of lucid moment. Let's do it before it passes and we're back here with this Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is upside down. And that's going to be significant because this is showing that while we do have to kind of push this activity through before our mind catches up with things and we get into the clouds again, this is also to remind us that we have the power over our own mind. It is our mind, after all, right? So it's kind of like we're trying to outrun our own overthinking, but really we should try to get a handle on that, right? I think that's a little message for later. But for right now, I see that you've got this Nine of Wands in your recent past. This is strength. This is a resolve. This is almost a commitment that you've already made. This could be that we have chosen our path, that we know who we are, that we're already on our mission, right? You've already made a promise to yourself. You've already taken an oath for your life, right? But now we're being presented with this additional choice, maybe an alternative. Maybe there's this choice here of something else, maybe something in addition to this. We're trying to figure out how this new stuff matches up with the commitments we've already made in our life, both to ourselves, to others, to our life, to the path, to whatever we've promised, to whatever we've promised ourselves. There's this new, path, this new option before you. Is it an alternative? I don't know. Is it in addition to? It kind of feels like it's in addition to, because we have another fire card here. We have this 6. But I feel like this is what you don't want. That's kind of, I can see how we're a little bit confused here. I can see how this Eight of Swords is a factor. And I do feel like you're someone that sometimes, anyway, tends to overthink things, right? You've got that fixed earth energy, Taurus. And fixed is very important because that is the absolute certainty. I think we were fixed here. I think you knew exactly what your life was going to be. This was it. You were certain. You were fixed in your activities, in your path, in your workings. We weren't expecting this kind of almost a disruption here, right? So the path, so when you get that kind of certainty, when you get that kind of a resolve in you, it's very difficult to push you in a different path. It's very difficult to get you to budge, When you decide something, that's it. Fixed earth energy, right? Well, some of that fixity, some of that stubbornness keeps you locked up here. Because now there's new information. Maybe there's this new impulse. Maybe you're feeling drawn to something else, either something alternative to or in addition to what you're already doing. And we're wrestling with, now it's just like, I'm confused, I'm in this mode, I'm on this path, but yet I'm feeling drawn to something else. What do I do with this feeling? I don't think it's that simple, obviously, but I feel like our stubbornness sometimes gets us locked into a path that I'd rather stay the course here rather than deal with some of this new energy, these new feelings coming in. I'm just going to stay here where it's familiar rather than having to sort through this. Yeah. But however it arrives, clarity is coming. Okay? You're getting this one lucid moment, right? Now, of course, I'm kind of exaggerating for effect, but we're rising above the situation and we're getting that aha moment. Wait now, yeah, I see it. Oh, there, it's gone again. We have to harness that brief moment where everything makes sense. Because you're someone that needs things to make sense. Here's the Six of Swords. This is a very scientific mind. This is when your heart and mind are together on this path. You want this path. You want to be your fixed Earth Taurus energy on this particular path where your heart and mind are together and your body follows, right? This is easy. This is structured. This is known. This is organized. Out of the chaos, you've managed to find your place, your organization. And we see that, of course, here with the Six of Pentacles, the moon in Taurus. Right? You've got you're following your intuition. You're following your just almost your senses, right? It's just your heart and mind and your body are just you're being driven down a particular path and it feels right. This is it. You're fixed in this mode. I think this Two of Cups is hitting us sideways and we're thinking that we weren't expecting that. Where did that come from? Okay, so it's kind of shaking up our flight path right here. It's shaking things up a bit. We're really striving for a steady, harmonious life. We like routine. We like to be in our groove, right? Tracks are good. Trains need them, right? Cars maybe have a little bit more freedom. Planes obviously have even more freedom than a car does, and way more than a train or something. So a track is good, but it's also limiting. Right? Routine is good, but it's the more we stay in our groove, the more difficult it is to do anything outside of that groove. The more difficult it is to even react when something else comes to kind of push us off of that track. So something unexpected is coming your way that I think is going to move you spiritually, emotionally, intuitively, something. It's going to disrupt the nice, orderly. So we've got these sixes here. And incidentally, we've got another six over here with the Six of Wands. Right? So this may be the Six of Wands is maybe the new order, the new routine, the new structure, the new plan, flight plan, blueprint, the new track. But we don't really like new tracks. We like our old track. It's working. Our current track is working. But there's something about this new one that is calling to you. It is appealing. And you're starting to feel stuff here with the Princess of Cups. I think we're starting to feel stuff that making us kind of think, gosh, maybe I could switch tracks or get off the track, or, maybe this new thing could be and just kind of added to my current track. Maybe I can have more. Right? So this is the card that's getting a little dreamy, starting to kind of wonder, ponder, daydream, fantasize about what could be. Maybe I could. No. I can't. I think this is kind of a new thing for you. I don't know what it is exactly. It could be a romance, maybe. It could be another person, a prospective partner that actually is moving you in this way, and that's never really happened before. Maybe this feels like it could be the one, But you're already in this groove. You've already committed to these things, and there's no time for this. I don't really want that, but yet I do. And now we're dreaming of what could be. And I think it's giving us a little bit of this kind of confusion in our own mind because of what we thought was our track. Now things are being kind of thrown into a loop. Thrown for a loop, I guess, is the phrase. But again, it doesn't have to be romantic love. Okay, when we're talking about what this opportunity is, this is a choice to commit to something either as an alternative to or in addition to what you're already doing, right? Your current path. So it could very well be a different job, maybe a love relationship. Does your life have room? Is there room on this train for a partnership, for a love relationship? Is this saying it's time to switch tracks? It's something that you're being drawn to. I don't know what it is, but I know that it's very strong. If it's strong enough to get your attention, it's got to be pretty powerful, right? It's got to be pretty powerful. But the thing about the Lover's card, which is, maybe not, it's maybe an understated aspect of the Lover's card, is that it doesn't mean that if we choose this new thing, that I have to unchoose all that other stuff. It doesn't mean that if I commit myself to this, that I have to say goodbye to everything else. This isn't the death card. It's not the Tower card. I don't know what's in the mystery cards over here. We could get a completely different story over here. But this is the choice to commit to something else. Again, either in addition to, or maybe it's an alternative to. It doesn't have to be one way or the other, right? This isn't a thing that says you have to either choose, a family or career. You can either be professional or you can have a romance or love, It doesn't mean that. This card is about things coming together. It's about us taking things apart first, though, so that we can get this clarity. We got to take apart all these swords, really. We got to get out of the sixes, too. What we really want is an ace. I hope one of these is an ace of something. An ace of swords would be absolutely fabulous. Wonderful TV show, by the way. I haven't seen the movies. We have to dismantle all this complexity in order to really then put things back together in a way that's going to be harmonious, that's going to give us the third six that we need. And maybe the third six, is the number of the sun. It is the number of completion, of success, of wholeness, of wealth, of really being complete in your spiritual being. So there's the implication here that maybe if we incorporate this new thing into our life, we will have this kind of initiation, this kind of this becoming, this blossoming of ourselves. We will be fully realized, right? Because we're not having to deny a certain part of ourselves, something that we obviously are very drawn to, that we really do feel a connection with, but we're saying no because we're already involved in this stuff. Well, maybe that's why this card is here. Maybe that's why we need this. Maybe this is the missing piece of your self. And I'm not trying to say that you're incomplete as you are and that you need a romantic relationship or you need another person to complete you. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. I think this is another part of you that you have to fulfill to be who you are, to be fully and completely yourself. Whether it's another person or just adding whatever this kind of love. It's not about what it is. I really don't really care what it is or who it is, but just the fact that you feel this connection with it. Are you going to incorporate it, and are you going to have your complete six cards here Or are we going to continue to deny it and be kind of in this turmoil, this frustration maybe here? Yeah. Because the Six of Wands is in the position of what you don't want, or what you're rejecting, or what the obstacle is, or what the difficulty is. And maybe it's just a matter of figuring out how to incorporate this new thing into your existing life, how to just add it to your train. You know, we can fit one more car in there. Maybe this is what we need to do. But it's in this position, this is the obstacle. This is what we're rejecting. And I think this is happening fast. I think that we've got to take advantage of this moment of clarity, this lucid moment, and get this train hooked up before we get back to this cloud, this swirling mental energy, before we change our mind, basically, right? Five of Swords. It's about change. It's about mind. Before we change our mind, before we say something that we can't take back, before we say no, right? And then that's it. The opportunity's gone. Before we change our mind. Yeah. But this card it came out this way, putting spirit back on top. We're doing what we know and feel is right for us, that is going to fulfill our spirit. It's going to complete our soul. Again, not that the other person is needed to complete you. It's not about what the other is. It's about you fulfilling or denying a part of you. Okay? But this 5 can be turned around. We can either say no and deny that part of ourselves and continue doing what we're doing. It's fine. It's working. It's a very stable track that we're on. Or we could say yes, and we could take advantage of this now and try to incorporate this choice, this Six of Wands, into our line of train cars. And see where it takes us. You know, see how we feel. I want to look at all those mystery cards now. There are a lot of them there. Whoop. See, it's already trying to fly away. We're going to put everything back where it was for people that like things to be in their proper places. See, we have to be open to change. We can't reject change just right off the bat, you know. Let's see what we have. I have no idea. There are 3 of these mystery cards. Should we do one at a time, or should we do all 3 at once? I don't know. Let's just do all 3 at once. What do we have? I can't even see it. Well, we got that Ace of Swords that we want over there. We've got a 10 of Pentacles and a Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. Let's look at these. I'm happy that we got our Ace of Swords, because that is the lucid moment. That is the clarity. That is what we wanted. I think we have this insight, this flash of understanding, that we know exactly what to do and how to do it. Let's take advantage of this again before the wind comes and we kind of, maybe we lose this. I don't think we will now. There was the risk before that we might change our mind, that this moment of lucidity would pass, but now I think it's pretty fixed. Okay. And what this is leading to is this 10 of Pentacles, completion, right? Wealth. You've got your pets, your plants, your people. You're in your best life. You're living your best life. You're right there in there. This is wholeness. This is completion. Not any one part of you is being left behind. Again, it's not about the other person. It's about you completing all of your soul particles, right? You getting everything that belongs to you and having this, it's kind of a solar thing. It's a real spiritual attainment. It's a real completion of your soul, so to speak, or realization of your soul as being complete. So this is very good. This is a very positive omen. The Queen of Cups on the other hand. This is kind of the alternative. This is meant to say, if you don't take advantage of this, there will come a day where you will realize that you have left something behind. No matter how good, oh, it's the Queen of Cups. Not the Queen of Pentacles, my bad. The Queen of Cups. No matter how good your life is going to be, you're going to realize, you're going to feel now, that you're going to feel that there was something missing. It's going to be a regret, right? This is someone who is, even though they're by the ocean, they have all of that water, all of this love around them. Life is just about perfect. But there's that one cup that they're looking at, that one regret, that one thing that got away. Yeah. This is even more significant. I thought it was the Queen of Pentacles. I didn't really look at it. I thought this was the Queen of Pentacles. It's the Queen of Cups, which makes more sense when we're talking about these cups here. This is going to be the cup that got away if we don't go for this, if we don't try to incorporate whatever this is. I think this is very significant in your life. I think this is an urgent message. I think that we have to prepare ourselves for this. We have to get our certainty, and we have to act upon it. You know, I wish we had more fire cards here. We do have, of course, the Nine of Wands here, but I wish we had something else. I'm happy we have the Ace of Swords, because this is at least the certainty and the resolve and the commitment, I think, that we're going to go ahead with this. And I think it's going to be very, very worth it. Now, we are going to do an extended reading, Taurus. If you want to stick around, click on the link either above or below in the description box. New readings come out every day, 6 a.m. Chicago time. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell thing so you don't miss the next one. Yeah. I want to thank you so much for letting me read for you. This was a good one. I feel this one very, very strongly. I hope it's resonating with you. I hope you'll leave me some comments. Well, I will talk to you again very, very soon.